flax seeds are a plant-like estrogen, meaning that they bind to an estrogen receptor like the hormone estrogen, just 1,000 times weaker, so they can help with mild symptoms of menopause, including hot flashes. They're also high in fiber, which is of course good for bowel function, and also good for cholesterol. And when they're ground, omega-3s become released, and so we get benefits from the anti-inflammatory properties as well. Usually 2 to 3 tablespoons can be added to smoothies, salads, even they have a bit of a nutty flavor, or oatmeal would be a great way to incorporate this daily. Another food that's fantastic to incorporate are berries, particularly blueberries. And I should preface all this by saying organic as much as possible. We don't want to have anything with pesticides or genetically modified. Of course, that's going to harm us more than help us. But particularly blueberries are fantastic for us because they're high in vitamin C, vitamin A, and other antioxidants like anthocyanins, which protect against heart disease, cancer, and those who have varicose veins, the blueberries have been shown to help strengthen the vessel wall so we can decrease further varicosities. Of course, they may not reverse the varicose veins, but again, being proactive, this would be a great thing to add. About a cup a day, frozen or fresh, again, organic is best. Third food choice would be Brazil nuts. Actually, 2 to 3 a day. They have a high amount of selenium, and selenium is a fantastic mineral to help thyroid function. And if thyroid is not optimal, which we'll talk about later, this can affect our energy. This can unfortunately affect mood, meaning depression or anxiety, and involve issues with temperature regulation, meaning too cold, and even cases where we're too warm. And Brazil nuts are also known, besides containing selenium, they contain potassium, calcium, and magnesium, and have been shown to increase HDL, which is the good cholesterol. So again, 2 to 3 a day has many benefits. And in fact, there was a study done in Brazil in 2015 where individuals had low, particularly T3, which is one of the most important thyroid hormones. And by eating Brazil nuts every day, they reversed that issue. So consider adding these to your regime. Next is apple cider vinegar. And this is a great tool to add in. It increases the acid in the stomach, which allows for better digestion. A lot of digestive issues are related to low acid in the stomach. And so if we're starting there with decreased HCl, then it's likely that we're going to have digestive issues. And having more acid allows us to absorb vitamins and minerals from our foods more optimally. It also allows the body to become more alkaline. And alkalinity is important as it's anti-cancer. It helps with bone density. So this would be something that you could easily do every day. In fact, something I do, 1 to 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar in water. And I particularly add a little stevia to it just because the taste is pretty terrible, but stevia would be safe to add as well. And you don't have to just do it once a day. Again, that's how I start my day. You could do it before meals, again, especially if you have digestive issues. And last but not least, vegetables. The more colorful, the more beneficial, preferably greens, and again, always organic. Greens particularly because they do have calcium in there. And again, just as I mentioned regard to the apple cider vinegar and its ability to help with alkalinity, so can the greens. They too can help alkalinize the bloodstream, which optimizes bone density, which can be an issue in the menopausal years. So that is just definitely something that we would want to consider adding in. And at least 5 cups of vegetables a day, whether it be in salads or stir fries, where any way you can find to add them in would be a great benefit. And the no foods, so foods that we want to avoid, include spicy foods. And the particular reason why spicy foods and caffeine are suggested to be avoided is those are common triggers for hot flashes. And if someone has mild hot flashes, avoiding these foods may help decrease them immensely. If someone has very severe, we may see a decrease by pulling these foods out. I may not, of course, take them away if we're having major imbalances there, but definitely if you're dealing with hot flashes, you want to start with avoiding, again, the spicy foods, the caffeine foods, and sugar. Sugar is inflammatory. Of course, there are many reasons as why we want to especially avoid processed sugar, and some I'll discuss more at the end of this presentation, but sugar too can be a trigger for a hot flash. So keep those in mind and try to really minimize, if not avoid, if we're really having issues.